Hey, Riddle here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. I want to show you what's happening in Northern California. I live in Santa Cruz, in the Santa Cruz Mountains, in what they call the Central Coast of California. You may know the area because we're famous for our redwood trees. So for you, those of you who don't believe in climate change or how severe the weather is getting, and how this affects us all. First you have to understand is just about 10 miles from me or so is a town called Salinas. And Salinas is the salad bowl of the country, which means that's where all your strawberries, lettuce, artichokes, greens, and more come from. It's a major agricultural community. So when we don't have water, you don't have food. Secondly, I woke up this morning to this in my driveway. This doesn't happen until the fall, but because we've had several years of not enough rain, the redwood trees are literally having to shed and sacrifice leaves and branches in order to survive because they just can't do it. They don't have enough water. And so this is the first time, I've only lived here 6 years, and this is the first time I've seen this type of dying off and dropping of the leaves in August. Again, it's not unusual for them to drop their leaves, but this happens generally in late October, November when the rains come, and then the leaves are knocked off. But now what we're seeing is a combination of things that it's obvious that there's a major environmental collapse happening here in the Santa Cruz Mountains. We have these tan oaks, which have gotten a fungus that is killing off all the small tan oaks. And because the tan oaks are dying, now the termites and the insects dependent on those trees are turning to the old madrones and killing the old madrones. And now all the old madrones are coming down. Now the mushrooms, we have a huge mushroom culture here. And when you go out looking for wild mushrooms in the wintertime, they always tend to grow under oaks and madrones. So once the oaks and the madrones are gone from the mountains, those species of mushrooms will also disappear, and whatever insects and animals that were dependent on them. And then, we're looking at the giant redwoods, and look at the state of this tree. This is a really hardy tree. This is another type of oak called a scrub oak. And look at all the dying leaves on it. And then here's a young madrone that has already died. And I just want to show you, it's frightening. It's frightening. And if you spend any amount of time in the forest quietly, instead of just stomping through it, looking at social media, or, pronouncing your humanness, if you quiet yourself and you actually have a connection to the forest, you can't escape the agony it's in right now. Like, it is, I don't know how to describe it. It's really, really sad. Look at all these dead branches. This should all be green, and it's not right. There's something really, really wrong. And we need rain, and they have forecasted yet another La Nina this year. And that means that we're not going to get the amount of rain we need to even catch up. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen when the world runs out of water, folks? And it's more than just about the humans, because these trees are doing much more for us than we're doing for them. Their purpose in regulating the climate and catching carbon and storing carbon to slow down the heating of the planet. Oh, I don't know. I'm so glad I didn't have kids. Ugh.